Okay, today we are going to practice estimating. The last 2 days we have been practicing rounding. Estimating is the second step after rounding two numbers and you want to add or subtract them, then you would estimate an answer. When you estimate, you're not getting an exact answer. First you round and then you either add or subtract, okay? So the first one we have 29 plus 32. Okay, so we're going to estimate. We're not going to add the exact numbers. We're going to round 29. Since it's a two-digit number, we're going to round to the nearest 10. So circle the tens. You have 2. Next door you have 9. Remember, 5 or more, raise a score. 4 or less, let it rest. So 9 says raise the score. So 29 is going to round to 30. And then 32 is going to round to 30 also. So then we're going to add 30 plus 30 is 60. That is the estimated answer, okay? What I like to do is I like to put a little arrow to show what I round this number to, and then I add. If I'm adding right there, then I'm still adding right here, okay? So 60 is the estimated answer. Now, if I were to add it and get an exact answer, 9 plus 2 is 11, and that'd be 61. So the actual answer would be 61, and 61 does round to 60. But first, you have to round, and then you add or subtract, okay? It's very important that you do this first, okay? Next one, 44 plus 67. Circle the tens. Next door, I have 4 ones, so I'm going to let that rest at a 4. So it'll round to 40. 67, the 7, I'm gonna raise the score. 6 will go up to 7, and then 70. So 67 will round to 70. When I add them together, of course that's gonna be 0, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. When I add them together, I have 110 as my estimated answer, okay? If I were to get an exact answer, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I would have 111, and 111 would round down to 110, okay? But we want the estimated answers. Over here, I gave you a 3-digit. You can do this one of 2 ways. You can round it to the nearest 10, or you could round it to the nearest 100. It depends on what the question is telling you to do. Round to the nearest 10, 119 is going to round up to 120. 383 is going to round to 380. And it's important when you rewrite your numbers with the adding, line up your place values. Stack up your ones place, stack up your tens, stack up your hundreds. If you get your pencil, put it over it, it would line exactly up. Because if you don't add up your numbers, the digits in the right place, then when you go to add or subtract, you won't do it correctly, okay? So when I add this up, that's 0, 8 plus 2 is 10, put down my 0, carry my 1, 3, 4, 5. So the estimated addition is 500. Okay, down here we have 3 subtraction problems. I'm going to do the same thing, except I will subtract. So 71, circle my tens, underline my ones place. 71 will round to 70. 49 is going to round to 50. I'm going to subtract. So 70 minus 50 would be 20. So that's the estimated difference. Over here, 49 minus 11. 49 will round to 50. 11 is going to round down to 10. And then when I subtract them, 50 minus 10 is 40. Over here, I gave you a 3-digit number. We're still going to round to the nearest 10. So 523 will round to 520, because that 3 says to let that rest. 267 is going to round, I'm going to raise the score, because that 7 says raise the score, to 270. And I am subtracting that. So 0, I can't go 2 minus 7, more on the floor, go next door. 5 turns into a 4. 12 minus 7 is 5. 4 minus 2 is 2. So the estimated difference is 250. So the most important thing I want you to take away from today's lesson is that when you are going to estimate the sums and the differences, it's important that you round first. I know in past years on the STAR test, there have been answers that if you were to get the exact answer and then you round it, you get a different one than doing this. In the STAR test, wants you to do it this way. Not that we're teaching you a STAR test, but as you go up in older grades and get into junior high and high school, this is what you'll need to do. So I want you to learn it this way so that you'll be prepared for the future when other teachers are also teaching you this, okay? So first you round and then you add. So how can this be used in real life? A real life example. It's your birthday and you get $25 for your birthday. You want to go to the store and spend $25. Maybe you go to Walmart and you're looking at some books, maybe you're looking at some art supplies or some kind of little toys or Legos. If you want to get two things, are you going to add them together and then estimate, or would you estimate or round and then add them? So if you want to get a book that's like $9.95, in your head you're going to think, okay, that's almost $10. Then you have another, like a fun little cup that's $4.95. You're going to think, okay, $4.95 will round it to $5. If I add 10 plus 5, that's $15. So that would be a real life example where you first round your numbers and then you add. And that will help you know, oh, I have $25 and I've spent about 15. Not exactly 15, but about $15. And so I know I have almost $10 left to spend, but then I have to leave room for tax. So that's a real life example of why this is important. Okay? Thank you guys. Good luck today. Let me know if you have any questions.